Have you ever wanted to make something special for your family or loved ones in the morning but don't want to make the same old breakfast? I've got the solution for you. In my speech, I'm going to teach you how to make my mom's famous breakfast casserole. I love this casserole, and whoever you make this for will love you for it. The greatest part about this recipe is that the breakfast casserole has healthy ingredients for you. In an article published by feet.com, it states, green pepper and onion as a filler instead of sausage was a huge improvement and really lowered the calorie, saturated fat, and sodium content of the recipe. All of those ingredients are my mom's famous casserole. We still use the sausage because we like it, but feel free to get rid of it. If you pay attention and watch these steps carefully, you will have a delicious dish for your family and your loved ones in no time. I've made this dish at least 10 times, and I've helped my mom make it ever since I was a little kid. I have researched this recipe and all the ingredients for the past 2 years to perfect this recipe. I've changed it a little bit. This experience gives me the credibility to speak about the dish. This recipe has been passed down for 5 generations now. This recipe is part of our family, and putting it out there for the world to try took a lot of persuading my grandma, Paula Messenger, and my mom, Heather Bodak. First, I will talk about the ingredients you'll need to make the breakfast casserole. You can find all these ingredients at your local grocery store very easily. A lot of these ingredients are at people's houses. They're pretty easy to get. You'll need 6 eggs, 1/4 cup of chopped green peppers, 2 cups of milk, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard powder, 4 slices of French or Italian bread. You're gonna cube it. I like Italian bread better. You're gonna need a 1/2 pound of sausage, 1/2 pound of bacon, and 1 cup of cheddar cheese. Next, I will give you directions on how to make this casserole without those ingredients. Making this casserole is super easy. I'll show you how to make the casserole right now. The first thing you're going to do is take the 1/2 pound of sausage and bacon and cook it. You're going to want to drain all the juices at the end, but what we like to do is take it and dice up all of our bacon, the 1/2 pound, and then we get this Bob Evans sausage, and you literally just take half of it and squeeze it out. It's already chopped up. As you can see, I already have my pan hot and ready, and you can put both of those in together if you would like. The next step is to beat the eggs. You're gonna add the milk to that, the salt, and the mustard and onion powder. Once everything is in a bowl, you're gonna wanna mix it all well. Next step, you're going to take a 9x13 baking dish, and you're gonna grease it. I'm using Crisco. I just take a little bit, put it on a little paper towel, and just grease it very well. You don't want this to stick. Be very generous with this. Make sure you get all the sides, the back, all of it. Once you're done greasing it, you're going to take the bread that you cut, and you're going to place it in the bottom of the baking dish. We have Italian bread, but like I said, you can use French bread. It's about 4 slices. When you're done mixing it, it should look something like this. After you're done greasing your pan and putting your 4 loaves of cubed Italian or French bread at the bottom, you're going to slowly and evenly sprinkle all your ingredients on top. I like to start with the bacon and sausage. You don't have to go in any specific order, but the one thing you don't want to put on yet is the egg mixture, because that is the very last thing that you're going to put in this breakfast casserole. So once that's all in, I like to use a fork or my hands, whichever you'd like, and I like to mix it all around. Then I'm going to take my green peppers, do the same thing. Make sure you get all of them. Make sure you get, there's going to be a lot of little crevices and cracks. I like to try to get all the ingredients down there. The egg mixture will push everything down, but it just helps. And then you're going to take the 1 cup of cheddar cheese, and I like to use my hand and just sprinkle it all the way around. Just get a nice even coating of it. This is truly one of the best parts. It kind of makes it all put together. And after you're done, it will look something like this. Lastly, I will show you how to incorporate the egg mixture and how to cook this casserole for your family or loved ones. The hardest part of this casserole is getting the egg mixture like evenly spread out. I'll show you a good way to do that. It's all about very, very, very slow pours. After you finish putting all the ingredients on top of the bread, you're going to slowly and evenly pour this egg mixture over the bread and ingredients. It should look something like this. After that, this breakfast casserole needs to sit in the fridge overnight. I'm using press and seal, and I'm going to cover this and put it in the fridge. After you put the press and seal on, you want to make sure you really get underneath the edges of the pan. I've done this a lot, so I'm very good at it, but it takes a little bit of practice. So next, I'm going to put it in the fridge overnight. As you can see, I'm putting this in the fridge, and I will take it out tomorrow and pick up where I left off. After your breakfast casserole has sat in the fridge overnight, the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350. Once your oven is preheated at 350, you're going to unwrap the beautiful breakfast casserole. You're going to take it, open up your oven, pop it right in for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes of the breakfast casserole being baked at 350, you can pull it out of the oven and set it down. And this is what the final piece should look like. You can. All right, let's wrap it up. This recipe has been in my family for generations, so sharing this to the internet is a big deal for our family. Overall, casseroles are an easy and quick way to incorporate healthy foods into something that tastes like a cheat day. In an article published by WebMD, it states, not only are casseroles fast and easy to make, but new casserole recipes call for vegetables and whole grains, and that means they can be healthy as well, according to Melanie Polk, Director of Nutrition Education at the American Institute for Cancer Research, the AICR. Not only is this recipe easy, but it is a good, healthy alternative for you and your family for breakfast. If you paid attention closely, you should have been able to make the most famous breakfast casserole that has been passed down for 5 generations in the Messenger family. It took a lot of begging to convince my mom and grandma to let me make this video and share this secret recipe, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening and watching my demonstration speech on how to make my mom's and grandma's famous breakfast casserole.